Let's get straight to it. Today's video is going to be talking about how instant gratification is killing your success. Everybody wants to win in this life, but don't want to take any steps necessary to get to the next level. You hear everyone always screaming how I want to be a billionaire, I want to be a millionaire, I want to have all these crazy experiences, I want to be able to do all these lavish things, extravagant things, but wouldn't even take the first step to like, okay, what would a millionaire do? Like really break down what do I need to do to get to that point? Because at this point, you're just talking. A lot of people are so used to just talking about what they want to do because like for some reason we feel good like telling other people like, oh, I want to be a millionaire, because for some reason we think that like if I express that thought to other people, they're gonna see me as like, oh, he's motivated, he's determined, I can see him being successful. And that's just like another thing of like another dopamine like an outlet, like a dopamine outlet we use to like make ourselves feel better. But it's like you're not doing nothing. You're just doing a whole bunch of talking, and you really only do it to get the validation from other people. But like back to the main point, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about how they want to do this. They want to look like they want to look like Goku. They want to look like Creed, Adonis Creed. They want to do all these nice things, but then like they go back to scrolling. Like that little glimpse of motivation they get in their head, like, oh, it sounds nice, it sounds cool. But then when you actually think about like, okay, how do I do that? I gotta get a gym membership? Nah, that's too much. You know what I'm saying? Like that mentality has gotta go. Point blank, period. Everyone screaming like how, like, oh, they all want a six-pack. But then when you understand, like, getting a six-pack is like, obviously it's not easy. Like it is really hard to maintain that physique to get a six-pack. I don't have a six-pack yet. But I understand that like what I need to do to get there is gonna take a minute. And it is what it is. Like I'm not tripping. But you always see, that's another thing too. That was a common thing I saw growing up on YouTube, where it was like, how to get a six-pack in 3 minutes, how to get a six-pack in 5 minutes. And my dumb ass believed it. I'm like, bro, like it takes work. It like, seriously, a lot of people don't understand to really make something of your life and get out of the hole. I wake up, I work at Starbucks, and then I go home and then just watch or catch up on my Netflix shows and then repeat that for 40 more years. Like, to get out of that mindset, you have to understand. You got to put in that fucking work, dog. That point blank, period. I might just end the video right now. I'm only talking for 2 minutes. But like, seriously, like, you want to seriously make something of yourself, you got to understand it's going to take a lot of annoying ass steps to get to the next level. You're going to take more L's than W's. You're going to take 2 steps forward or 2 steps backwards before you take the first step forward. Like, it's just that's literally like the main point. But the best way to like not get discouraged by that, because obviously like me telling you like, oh, you're going to lose a lot more before you start winning, so just understand that, is going to just make people want to give up even more. But to ease that stress off your shoulders is just being able to learn how to love the process. And like when you really enjoy, so it gets to a point where sometimes you got to really force yourself to enjoy it. Like when I first started working out, I had to force myself. Actually, no, I really didn't have to, because when I got it back in like 2021, I just started going. I was actually like, oh shit, I can go to the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym. And then I just kept doing it. It was something in me that just clicked, where it was like, oh, I'm gonna just keep going. And obviously I wasn't expecting to get completely slimmed down within the first couple of days, but like just the habit of like doing something. And I think it was because like during COVID, like it was early 2021 as well. So everything was closed. I was cooped up in the house playing 2K20 from dusk till dawn. So like finally being able to leave the house and literally go anywhere other than the basketball court up the street and actually like go interact with people again, I was like, okay, like that, it gave me an excuse to be like, okay, like I'm down, let's go. And it was like a little hobby I did. But that right there, like that's the point I'm trying to make. Like you enjoying the process. You get in the habit of like, oh, because to me it was like therapy. Like not only like just the lifting weights and like going crazy working out wise, but just like putting your gym clothes on, filling your water bottle up. And if you really want to get into the next level, like the pre-workout, the protein shakes, the all types of crazy stuff you could add to it, to like your gym routine, getting like gear, like wrist wraps or resistance bands or like sleeves or like a lifting belt, stuff like that. Like we're really like, oh, I can't wait to use this. It got to a point where it's like, I can't wait to use this in the gym. I can't wait to go and have these things with me. But those little things is what I'm talking about. Like as much as people don't really notice how like important those things are, but like that is the point I'm trying to make, as in enjoying the process. You really got to trust the process, man. Like Joel Embiid said it best, like trust the process. Understand that it may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, may not come next week, month, year. You just keep showing up. You just keep showing up, because then it's like, when have you ever heard a story of someone who just consistently kept trying in something and then never succeeded? Like how do you like in that situation, how do you expect to be you're eating chicken and rice and vegetables. You're hitting your protein goal. You ain't eating no BS. You not drinking. You not smoking. You going hard in the gym. You staying consistent for month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a year. How do you expect to not get cold? Like, that literally makes no sense. How could you not be cold after that? Like, point blank, period. If you continuously do something, you go through the trials and tribulations, the trial and error of whatever it is you want to do, like, sooner or later, the results have to come. Like, and you got to keep that mentality in here, because sometimes it does get easy to forget the end goal, forget why am I even doing this in the first place, and then get complacent and also like I don't want to do this no more. I'm not really feeling it no more. Like, you have to really understand, like, the longer you stay consistent, the quicker the results come. Like, it's just that simple. It's that simple, but it's not, because obviously it takes time. But that's all you got to do, is really just invest the time into yourself, like, period. People always want to be the best at something, but then, like I said, they don't ever want to take any sort of steps to get to the next level. They immediately get unmotivated or discouraged because, like, it's not coming fast enough. And like I said, like, great things take time. Like, you cannot be out here getting upset because you tried something for the first time and it didn't go the way you planned out, which is literally how 99% of people fail. Like, how do you literally, like, dip your toes in the water and already be like, oh no, I'm not doing this no more? Like, what are you talking about? Like, how do you expect to pick up a basketball for the first time and expect to start shooting half-court shots like Curry, or expect to have handles like Kyrie? How do you expect to literally pick up a controller one time and then have FaZe talking like, yo, come join our team? Like, how do you expect to get to the best variants of those things without even putting in any sort of work? And if you really pay attention to the greats, they'll be like, yo, this is all I was doing. Like, you could probably go find something about, like, the FaZe players back in the day, like, yo, this is all I was doing. I went to school. The second I got home from school, I went straight to my Xbox and started playing Call of Duty till the lights turned off. You know what I'm saying? Every single day in, day out. Even like, I remember I was watching a video about Kyrie Irving, and he was explaining, like, oh, during high school, I was playing basketball in the summer, fall, spring, winter. I got home from school around 4 o'clock, and then I was playing basketball up until, like, 10 o'clock. And then I went back to school, and then I did it again for, like, little. So that's why he's so cold at it, because it's like you can't just expect to just, like, lift a pinky up and be like, oh, I won in life. Now I don't ever have to do anything, because that will really help you find out who's just talking. A lot of people just be fucking talking nowadays. That really helps you find out who's just saying it just to make themselves sound like, oh, I'm in a better position than you because I have big dreams, but they really don't, because they just fucking talking. And, like, you really understand who really is about it, because they're not talking about it every 2 seconds. You focus more on talking than actually doing something. Like, that makes no sense. Like, that goes for, like, the same thing. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. You got the niggas who be on social media posting everything they do, talk about, I'm working in silence. Like, bro, no, you're not. Like, I literally know everything about you, because that's all you do is tell people what you're going to do. And that's another thing. That leads into, like, how instant gratification is so easily embedded into us because of, like, of things like social media. Like, we always, like, you don't even really have to do much nowadays. You can stay in bed all day, rot in bed, and if you want some quick validation, you can just post a picture you took years ago and you get the likes. Versus back in the 80s, 90s, before social media, you had to actually go outside and, like, go meet people, learn how to talk to people. But because we've gotten so comfortable with just having everything so easily accessible, we've kind of gotten this entitled mindset where it's like we expect to barely lift a finger and have it all in our grasp. And that is not the way life works. It's not how it's supposed to work, period. But like, that mentality, obviously, it takes away from, like, any sort of discipline and, like, the willpower to do anything. And, like, and you see it nowadays, bro, people just are so, like, annoyingly lazy. I understand there's some things where it's like, I really don't feel like doing that, blah, blah, blah. But when you are so annoyingly lazy, it's like, dog, like, at that point, it's just natural selection. There's nothing you can really do about that, which, in my opinion, just stay far away from those people, because it's like, are you serious? But it's just like, man, like, really understand and just really wake up understanding how we have been so easily influenced into a society where, like, everything, almost everything, like, obviously when it comes to, like, quick validation, like, if you haven't noticed, I'm pretty sure every single social media platform at this point has switched their, like, what's the word? They have switched their theme to, like, doing the quick reel, the reels or TikToks, like how Vine back in the day, which was crazy because I didn't even think how much of an bad influence Vine would be on people until now. Because obviously I was in middle school scrolling on Vine, the 6-second videos. And even then, it wasn't even like that serious. Like I wasn't like so drawn in on my phone. Like I couldn't keep my eyes off my phone 24/7. But now it's like everything. Like YouTube got YouTube Shorts, so they literally just take videos from TikTok and put it on there. And you say you'll watch one, you get one recommended video, and now you find yourself just doom scrolling, just endlessly scrolling on videos. And I guarantee you, if you like pause whatever TikTok, whatever short video you just watched, I guarantee you cannot remember the last 2 videos you just watched. So if you scrolling, you keep scrolling, you find a video about like dogs or something. You scroll down 2 more videos, and now it's about how to make this crazy smash burger at home. And I guarantee you, but like after that smash burger video, you're gonna be talking to yourself like, what was I just watching before this? But it was literally like 30 seconds, which is the point I'm trying to make. Like that shit is getting to a point. Like I know Twitter got it, just endless like 5-second videos, just quick dopamine, and it's like you really gotta break from that mindset of always feeling the need to fill that void of like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why people's attention span is in the mud. Like, seriously, you can't even pay attention to something for more than 2 seconds, let alone have a conversation. And I noticed it too, talking to people, like I'll be having a regular conversation, and it'll be people I know. It's one thing for people that I've never talked to before, and they're not trying to have a full conversation, like, duh. But, like, if I know you, and it's like we just chopping it up, and you, like, can't even look at me, you're like, blah, 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 you're like just not really doing much. I'm like, what is your problem? Like that shit right there, it's pretty much just to end this video off, it's turning into a fucking weirdo. So be able to just just wake up, understand that this phone is not like you're a master. Like it also goes back to like being a slave to your own desires, just the endless dopamine, always scrolling and shit. But then like also getting in the habit of understanding that great things take time, and the best way to ease the stress and get rid of the discouragement when you're on that journey to success is eliminating things that bring instant gratification. That's the best way to end this video. But that's all I got. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. We staying on this grind, dog. It's Tuesday, so I'm gonna drop another video later tonight too. So just let me know how y'all rocking with the videos or not. But appreciate y'all. I'm gone. I also forgot to mention, you know what I'm saying? I just thought of more things to discuss, but especially with like something that I was really like dedicated on was like getting my body right. Cause when like there was a time where I was pushing almost 300 pounds, dog. It was getting ridiculous. And then like with money, like obviously like every man need their money right. And it gets to a point where you got to understand like, yo, when you in the gym, it takes a long time. And then unless you were like the most dedicated human being on the planet, it's going to take really long. Like even if you are eating like tracking every single grain of rice, and you're tracking every single calorie, every single gram of protein, carbs, fats, you're doing the same routine every single day, like day in, day out for at least 6 months to a year to really start seeing some changes, like that is tough. That is the toughest part. But understanding like once you get in, like it's going to be, it's borderline, I don't even want to say impossible because some people do it, but those are the people who are low key like sickos. They are sick in the head level, like dedicated to their craft. But 99% of us are nowhere near that level. So for the vast majority of people who are just starting to like change their life around, like, oh, I want to start working out. Like, understand, dude. Understand. If you a chick, you trying to build that shelf back there, like you can't just look at one TikTok video on a glute workout and think you're going to be built like an IG baddie. Like, no. Like, if you try to look like Goku, understand you can't just lift a barbell up one time and you're going to be out here getting paper cuts, out here scared to hold receipts or nothing. Like, that's not how it works. It's seriously not how it works. And people, once we understand that, we will all be beasts. We will literally be a fucking monster. And even with your money, dog, like, you got to understand, like, instant gratification in that aspect is like going out with your friends. Like, always just spending money on little shit that you don't need. And I've already discussed this in other videos, but sometimes people don't even notice like what type of things can like enable that behavior. So obviously like DoorDash, Uber Eats and food, like ordering food, taking out fast food and take out all that stuff, like that right there is instant gratification, because obviously you just go into a spot, they make it for you, it's done pretty quickly, versus you going home and you actually cooking a meal that you thought out the night before, you already let it marinate, and you actually cook it, and then you stay on track with your goals. And that the instant gratification is literally hindering your growth in that aspect, on top of you spending more money. So like there's more cons to doing that, the little things, than there are pros. So once you give into that instant gratification, you're taking way more L's than you would do if you just stuck to the plan. Stick to the plan, not your mood. That's like that's a bar. But you know what I'm saying? And you're going to take L's regardless, either or. But the L's you take from staying consistent and eating your chicken, rice, and vegetables and hitting the heavy weights and hitting the cardio and doing your abs every day, like the L's in that situation is just you like being hella sore. It's going to be hard to walk. It's going to be, you're going to be struggling to maneuver throughout the day. And the L of not being able to like enjoy it the whole time, because it does get pretty repetitive and redundant, like eating the same thing, especially when it's like I can't eat no pizza. What do you mean I can't eat chicken wings or cheeseburgers or deep fried vanilla battered Oreo sandwiches or something, like some crazy shit you see at like the state fair? They'd be big backing it up over there at the state fair. But just that's all I want to add. Just like be able to stay locked in. But like even back to the money thing, like you gotta understand there's gonna be times where you gotta run your bag back up for like 3, 4, 6 months. And during those 6 months, you can't be out here going to every club trying to buy chicks drinks and trying to hang out with the homies, going to like doing all these things. Like, oh, we got to do this, we got to do that. Or just be spending like pointless money. Like, I understand we all want to have our fun and stuff. But like I said, if you only apply this if you actually want to do something in this world. Like, obviously, if you just, oh, I'm young, I'm 18, I'm 19, I don't really care about that shit right now, that's perfectly fine. But if you were in the point of your life where it's like, no, I want something different. I'm tired of clocking into this damn job and doing this shit 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for 40 years, dog. Like, I'm not doing that. I refuse to do that. So if you were in that mindset, then just understand there's going to be times like you are literally going to have to put it on pause. You're going to have to make the sacrifices to get what you want in this world. And if you can't even do that, then you are not going to be successful. It's literally that easy. Like, if you can't tell yourself no just for a little bit, like just a little bit, it's not permanent. I'm not saying you can never buy a cheeseburger again. You can never buy sneakers again. You can never get literally anything. You can never get another tattoo. I'm not saying you can't get these wants in life, because these are wants. You don't need any of those things. But I'm not saying you can never, you got to go cold turkey and never look back. Like, no, there's going to be times where it's like, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I've been looking at myself in the mirror. I'm looking pretty big, looking pretty pudgy, look like a melted ice cream cone. This is not what we're not rocking with that over here. So, like, let me chill out, because I have been slacking. There's a Jack in the Box right up the street. It's hard to say no, but let me stay disciplined, lock in, and stop giving into desires and stop letting the instant gratification take over, so I can be the best version of myself, so I can get back to what I used to look like before I let myself go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be out here buying weed. I don't care if they having a buy one get one free. I don't care. I don't need it. It's stopping my bags. Period. So it sounds cool. It sounds easy, but like, man, trust me, you gonna watch this video and then you gonna like fail 77 more times before you actually be like, okay, like I feel like getting some fast food. I feel like doing some dumb shit that I know is going to fuck me up, but I'm not going to, because what I want within the next month is much stronger than this quick little dopamine fix. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going for real this time. So I'm out.